Hello Cancer and welcome to Soul Sundays. Cancer, it's a quick 3-card spread, 3 cards from tarot, 1 oracle card for relationships and 1 for health. I want to give a massive shout out to everyone who supported the channel and stuck with me whilst I took some time out to focus on my day job. I'm back now. I'm going to be bringing you these readings every Sunday, try and be a bit more consistent so I can help you. I do want to talk to the fact that at the moment, we have some pretty challenging energies, if you aren't already aware. So we have 6 out of 8 heavenly bodies that are retrograde in the sky. Venus is just coming out of her retrograde period, still in a little bit of shadow. So there's still a little bit of tension and going back over the past and having a look at your role that you played in relationships, good or bad. And also your role with money, and it's also centered around beauty and what you find beautiful. Okay, so those issues could still be coming up for you. But the important thing that I want to touch on is that we have a full moon eclipse in the sign of Capricorn, 13 degrees, on the 25th of July at 2:44 p.m. Now that's for Australian Eastern Standard. Depending on where you're located in the rest of the world, you can look it up for yourself. It'll be at an exact moment if you'd like to meditate to that energy. What's interesting, Cancer, is this full moon in the sign of Capricorn is actually in your house of partnerships, okay? It's asking you to focus on your one-on-one relationships and the conflict of getting along with people and also then achieving success when it comes to your career. So on one hand, you've got your one-on-one partnerships, on the other hand, you've got your career and what it is that you do in the world and how you are of service. And you're kind of trying to find the balance between the two. We're currently in Mercury retrograde and it's asking you, do you want to stand solo or stay as part of a power couple? Okay. And for some of you, it really could be that deep. You could be really questioning your romantic connection and relationships. But let's draw some cards and get some further knowledge. Alrighty, you ready? Let's go. Universe and angels, messages and guides, my higher self, I call upon you now to give me a clear and accurate reading for the sign of Cancer. Please show me what they need to hear, not what they want to hear for the week ahead. Spirit, can I please have 3 cards? One for, thank you, that's the one that I want. There you go, boom, 1, 2, 3. There was an extra one that flipped. Okay. You know, in all my years of doing tarot, I still get surprised when the cards come out like they do. It's exactly like I said, it's a focus on your most intimate relationship and also what you're doing and creating when it comes to yourself, you know, yourself in the world. Like, what's your job, your occupation? 1 card for their health message for this week, please. That one. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this reading is so on point. And for all the beautiful Cancers out there, I've missed you. Okay, so you start off with the Knight of Cups, right? This is a beautiful romantic knight. He comes in on his horse, wants to give his cup of love. This is you, Cancer. This does represent you. You're showing up in a lesser version of yourself. So you're not the king, you're not the queen, you're the knight. And in this case, it's kind of like, I'm out stretching my cup of love, but what's being received? It's interesting because next to that is the card of the Hermit. This represents a sign of Virgo. Some of you could be dealing with a Virgo. There is also fire on this table, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But the Hermit represents the need to go within and figure out your truth, okay? If you meditate and you've dropped the ball on that, it's important that you bring that back to keep yourself in a positive mindset, because as the worrisome little sign that you are, you tend to let your thoughts run away with you, and often you create stories in your head that actually aren't true. So when it comes to love and where you stand, it's really important that you take the time that you need to actually take a step back to be able to take a step forward. Does that make sense? It's almost like that introspection of pulling your energy back to go, hold on, what stands true for me? Some of you may have had for quite some time that energy about should I stay or should I go? This may be a small number of you, but this week is really asking you to look at that. We are closing out a portal of eclipses that have been going on for the last 2.5 years in Cancer and Capricorn, okay? This is the final one, and it falls on the 5th of July at 2:44 p.m. So it's that final lesson that you need to complete, Cancer, that final karmic lesson. And it does say to you, stand solo or be part of a power couple, and that's your choice right now. You've got the card here, the Queen of Wands. So this could be representing your energy as well. This could be your rising sign, or it could be representing your partner. Now, your partner's also not showing up as a king. So your partner could be going through their own questioning, their own belief system at the moment. And for fire signs, depending on which one they are, they could be quite fiery this week because Mars moves into Aries, its home sign. So it's passion, gusto, maybe even a little bit blunt with their words. Just be really careful not to take it personally, okay? The energy of this week is really asking you to choose and make that final decision. Am I staying here as part of this couple, or am I going to go off solo and do my own thing? Interestingly enough, you've pulled the Nine of Pentacles as your card for love, for your love energy this week. And this speaks all about discipline, but also being gracious, right? Having compassion. So I'm going to read it to you verbatim, and then I'll break it down with the other cards around it. It says, your efforts are paying off. When this card appears, it suggests that you have seen or will soon find your relationships falling into place. It hasn't always been easy, but you've had the discipline to persevere. As you work to create fulfilling relationships, you sometimes had to give more than you would have liked. That's you walking towards your partner again. And look at the energy of this. Your partner's literally looking in the other direction. And there you are, dutiful, loyal, beautiful, romantic Cancer going, come on, let's resurrect this again. It's like constantly chasing, that affection, right? And well done to those that have been doing that. It says you've worked hard to build fulfilling relationships, but sometimes you've had to give more than you would have liked. But you've seen the positive results from that action. You've kept the ultimate goal on mind. Be proud of yourself. You've shown that you're self-reliant and confident. You're entering a phase of your life where your dealings with others will become effortless. Be considerate and compassionate in your interactions. There is less need for confrontation now. Diplomacy is the better approach. As you move forward, expect to feel satisfaction with your accomplishments regarding love and its many aspects. You are being blessed for your hard work. Beautiful, Cancer. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. So all of that toing and froing, all of that work that you've been doing on your shadow self, about going within, about trying to be the better self, about putting yourself in a better light, in whatever relationship that is, whether that be romantic, in a family situation, in a sister situation, in an auntie, a mother, daughter, a father, son, whatever it is for you, okay, you've done well. The message now for your health is just to stay positive, okay? It's really important, especially for your sign, that you try and stop that negative thought process, because I know that it creeps in. When it does and you're saying something negative to yourself, just catch yourself and go, is it true? Or is that coming from a fear-based energy? I want to move more to a love-based energy, okay? You have the power to control that. All right, Cancer, that was your reading for this week. I hope you found it helpful. I wish you nothing but love. Take care.